Your second part of the question, madam, can you come again, please?
All right. So, I said the 2023 general election was a learning curve for the NNPP. Your presidential candidate, Senator Rabi Kokonso, came fourth in that presidential election, winning one state. Impressively, the party won 19 seats in the House of Reps, 2 senatorial positions in the Senate. So I'm asking, how has the task of building the party beyond the North been for the leadership of the party since the last general election?
Well, I think the 2023 election is not what people have learned is they have made a mistake. Now they know better, because in many places where people voted other parties other than NNPP are now regretting. And this time around, I think, in 2027, I think people are going to, they are not going to vote for any alignment, endorsements, or whatever. People are going, Nigerians are going to vote the right leaders. And it depends who. I'm sure Nigerians are watching. After all the alignments, all the endorsements, I think Nigerians will soundly and quietly, sensibly look up for a group they will trust. They have learned a lesson, and 2037, I think, is going to be different. And I'm sure it will be different. No one can claim that he can win an election for now, because as said now, the condition is not right for somebody to make a judgment.
But also, Senator, why has it become difficult for NNPP to grow its tentacles beyond Kano State, beyond the Northwest, making it a true national party? How committed is the leadership of the party to achieving this?
You see, in 2023, we made mistakes, and we now know our mistakes. People made mistakes, and they now know their mistakes. In the Northwest, most of the Northwest, I assure you, if not for some certain mistakes we know we made, and some people made, I think we would have won Kaduna, would have won Jigawa, would have won Katsina, would have won other states in the Northwest, and even beyond. And in fact, even Taraba, we won election in Taraba, but the Nigerian way of politics, and we know the mistakes, and we will certainly correct it.
But, when this new administration came on board, it was clear that the country would require a strong opposition to put the government on its toes because of how vocal Senator Kokonso is. Nigerians thought the likes of NNPP as an opposition party would be able to put the ruling party in check. Has the NNPP done a good job so far?
Yes, you see, Kokonso is not popular because he is vocal. Kokonso is popular because of his antecedents. He was a governor of class 99, I think, and he did very excellent. Now, he lost an election thereafter in 2023, was appointed a minister of defense, and he did very well. He was appointed an ambassador, he did very well. He was in so many positions, and so when he came back, Kano State tested other people, and they found that Kokonso was better, so they brought him back. And when he came back, he did much, much better than he did in 1999. Now people know better, because up to now, the record Kokonso set in Kano cannot be surpassed. We know all the past administrations, we can count a number of things. So our neighbors, and indeed other Nigerians, are watching that. That's why I said Nigerians have made a mistake last time. Now, if Kokonso now comes and align with another people that are as trustworthy as him, as good as him, that performed like him or close to him, I'm sure it will be automatic ticket for all of them. That is what I'm saying. That nobody knows as of now who can come and claim that he will win an election, no matter what.
Well, Senator, would you say NNPP has done a good job as an opposition party?
Yes, you see, people don't, some people mistake opposition for confrontation. You see, NNPP we're doing very well as an opposition party because we are working hard. Our governor was awarded an honor just last week in 3 places. One by Leadership Magazine, second by Vanguard, and another one in Morocco. You know, that is opposition. Work, and prove yourself for people to see and judge, but not to come and shout and go against the leadership. We want peace. You know, but even in our religion, what we are asked to do is to pray for our leaders. Don't abuse them. Pray for them so that they do better job. So our style of opposition is we are working to show example. We are working to show people that, yes, if we are in position to do something, this is what we are going to do. That's why Konkoso, what he did, he was the architect of New Kano, and not everybody knows Kano was not as it became when he came to the first tenure of his governorship, and so of course when he came to the second tenure of his governorship. So, and that is what he taught all his disciples, and that is what we are emulating. The governor now is emulating him, doing a lot with Nkoso's advice. He's doing a lot that he got this award. I'm doing a lot as a senator. I've had so many awards. All our members that are intact are doing a lot for Kano. I'm sure you know, because as a journalist, I know you have an ear to the ground. So this is our style of opposition. We show that we can do better than the incumbents. That is it.
I appreciate your honesty, Senator, but you know, I'm sure some other persons watching you would find it extremely hard to agree with you. You know, some Nigerians believe as we speak there is no opposition to the government of President Bola Tinubu. I mean, it sounds too good to be true that even the opposition party leaders and some governors are already endorsing Mr. President for a second term. Just yesterday, Governor of Akwa Ibom State endorsed Mr. President for a second time. You've heard Labour Party chieftains that publicly saying that if President Tinubu could win an election against all odds when he was not president, you can imagine now when he's in power. Do you agree that no opposition party can go against the APC in 2027 without a coalition?
You see, that is a matter of opinion. You know, I am as a politician. Any experienced or politician will tell you. You see, not all that glitters is gold. You see, people are endorsing him for their reasons. The governor of Akwa Ibom endorsed him because of the highway he was building for them. Certainly, it's commendable. And I'm sure some governors in the northwest and indeed other parts, central will not commend him for not starting the Sokoto-Badagry road. You see this, it is this way. They are happy he's building a road for them. Some people are not happy that a road was mentioned, and they are saying it is only a gimmick. It's only a gimmick so that people do not criticize that highway from Lagos to Calabar. You understand? So is that. And secondly, madam, you see, I respect Mr. President Aswaju because and he's a performer, I understand, I agree with you. I was with him for a long time. I was in AC and even contested the elections of governorship in Kano under AC. And we were in SDP together. He was in the Senate. I was in the House of Reps then. And we were in the same camp, the Bagana camp with him. We knew each other for a long time. That is why, you see, so I'm not saying criticizing the president or anything. Let me tell you one little story. I was the one who registered CPC with the help of, and only help of Buba Galadima. Now, Buhari didn't want to hear any registering a party then because he had no experience. When we told him that we have seen the writing on the wall, that they won't allow him to contest other AMPP, he refused to agree. Now, when we went ahead and registered a party, and any time we mention registration a party, he will score up around, not happy with it. We left him. We never spoke to him about it. After registering the party, and later on he saw the writing on the wall when it was too late for him to help another party to ride to his ambition. He asked me one day that what you mentioned registration of party. I said yes, it is already registered and we have the certificate. He was happy. He said, okay, let me see the certificate. I went and brought it to him. He was happy. Now, when the going started, Buhari, has one spin doctor who tossed him anytime, anywhere he wants, because he knew how to message his ego. He listens to only him. Now, we had a quarrel, we had a wrong call with him, and they promised he won't allow me to contest. Now, when I came to contest, he said, look, you will not allow this man to contest because he was the one who, all the structures of these parties in the country, he established them. So even in Kano, he was the one who established structures. So it's unfair for him to contest because no one can beat him. This was not a reason. Oh. You see, this was not a reason. But Buhari agreed, and they stopped me from contesting. I had one lawyer, when Mr. Obla say, I went and lost an election. I didn't win any election. I wasn't allowed to contest. And I even heard him say I litigated against APC, against the registration of APC. I didn't. I was having a certificate.
So the true situation is that you were not allowed to contest.
That is, I wasn't allowed to contest, so I was not happy. Now, when we come to come together with AC, Abuga, and whatever to form APC, I was asked to produce a certificate. I said I won't. I refused. Mr. President sent for me, and I met him in Asokoro in South. There were a lot of people, so he invited me to his bedroom and asked me, please, Hanga, why don't you release the certificate? And we spoke and said, okay, sir, I agree for you to release it. But I want to go and tell my people, the leadership of the party, that I was me. See, he said, okay, if you can come and address us so that they know I'm not giving anything, I'm doing it for our relationship, I will release it. He said, because everybody in this country asked me and I refused. But I respected him. So when he came and met us in Arewa House here in Abuja, I called him from all over the states, all the leadership in the states. We spoke. He addressed her. He came along with many of his people, and they can testify. Many of them are still with him in serving in the government now. And I said, okay, after the relation us, I spoke, the state chairman spoke, and some of the stakeholders spoke, and then we came out and had a press conference. I asked him to carry go. Out of respect, nobody gave me a thing up to this moment. Nobody. Nobody even said thank you to me up to now. So the merger took place. Buhari was given the ticket. And when the elections came, I was in the party. I was appointed one of the presidential campaign team. I said I will not go. I will not help him because of what he did to me. I helped him register a party, and he ditched me the way he did. But I'm still in the party. So when the elections came, I didn't do anything. I just went and slept. But when it came to Kano, they asked me to please help and be the coordinator of the anointed candidate, General Jafar Issa. I said, I can only do it on condition that all the leadership that established the party went around to all nooks and crannies of the state to sell the party. Right. It's unfair for them to be removed because they removed them. They removed them and appointed a caretaker.
So Senator, I do apologize for interrupting. What lessons did you take away from that episode?
Sorry?
What lessons did you take away from that episode?
What
lessons did you take away from this story, from this your political experience?
Well, there's a betrayal in politics. Number two, I will never go with a politician that has no clue, clueless politician. If it was somebody very experienced, if it were Aswaju, if it were Konkoso, if it were other polished politicians, I'm sure he wouldn't have treated me the way he treated me after helping him this way. Provide a platform for him, and then somebody to come and tell him that I will not contest under that platform because I established it. Now, so I said I will be the campaign director of the anointed candidate on one condition that they return the leadership in Kano. He said, okay, they will do it. Then we came to Abuja, informed the master, the spin doctor, Bahari spin doctor. We informed him that we are ready to do. I'm ready to be the campaign director on conditions that these people are returned. He said, no, we will not return them. We, in fact, appointing you on that committee in the first place was just a privilege. We decided to help you. Now, when we went to the other person, he said they would not return them. After all, if Buhari anoints a goat in Kano, even a goat, will win an election in Buhari's name. I said, okay, I will not be the campaign director. I will rather fight the governorship and then we see Buhari bring a goat to Kano and win an election.
All right.
And we went and fought it. And the candidate came distant third. He came distant third, That was when Konkoso won. We went and aligned with
Interesting experience, Senator. Interesting experience and thanks for telling us this story, because we all thought you had a good relationship with the former president. But, these days there's been a lot of, we'll come back to that story. I'll take you up on that story in a minute. But, these days there's been a lot of defections from other opposition parties to the APC. So let me ask you this question. Is Senator Kwankwaso thinking of going back to the APC?
Well, see, we still have we have an open mind now. We are not against going with anybody. We have not decided to go with anybody. In fact, I was asked this question by the son. I said, we have a group, and that group is intact, and we will go anywhere he goes because we believe in him. He is experienced. We are experienced, and we know him. We know his judgments. And he doesn't do things alone. He will carry us along and discuss before we all go. And I know he has no problem with FPC. He has no problem with anybody. You see, the only place where I'm sure he will not even ask us to go is PDP. In fact, because PDP is gone. It's a goner. PDP
so
has,
why did you say so, Senator?
Because I know it. I'm experienced. You see, I started politics in 1978, and I have been elected several times, and I have been a party leader right from ward, local government, state, and as a national chairman of the party. So I'm amply experienced to predict, to tell you this. You will see what I tell you now. You will say I told you that PDP is certainly rushing to oblivion. Very soon it will go into oblivion, and the others too. There are problems everywhere anyway. We don't know who can win an election as of now, like I said. And so we have no problem with anybody. We have no we are not antagonizing anybody for now. We are all friends. We respect everybody, and we take respect from everybody. You see, that's it. So I said, wherever, I gave APC as an example, wherever our leader says go, we are going with him. And I only made it as a reference, an example. I wouldn't have mentioned PDP because people abuse me in my place.
What exactly do you think is wrong? Senator, what exactly do you think is wrong with the PDP?
They are in tatters. They are in tatters. You see, there is no party now in this country that is divided into three. They are divided into three. So if a party starts to be like that, and the problem looks like it's irreconcilable, because they have three factions for now. So that is why, that's my prediction. If we have three factions and everybody is standing on his feet, everybody is saying, yes, it is me, I think it will be difficult for them to survive as SDP. Sorry, SPDP.
So, Senator, if I got you clearly, what you have said to me tonight... Please go ahead.
And people do not easily forget the atrocities committed by PDP, you understand? So I'm sure they'll work hard, very hard, to at least lure people to come with them. You see, and you see, let me tell you, there are people who come to do basically some bootlickers who come to talk about this and that in media. Like one said that I litigated against the APC, which was true, that Obla. So he did it to get a favor from Buhari, and he got a favor. You know, I litigated against CPC because I allowed them to stay in my compound. I had a block of 7 flats. I gave them as a national headquarters. I bought cars. I spent money more than anybody else in this country. Now,
interesting.
When they threw me out, I said, okay, since I'm thrown out and you want to continue to stay in my house, pay me. They said, okay, we went in agreement. The agreement is there that they will pay me. But after when they merged with APC, they said they won't pay. They even took me to court. And we were in court. That was when Obula went. We fought with SCPC, and I won the election. And unfortunately, they agreed to pay me. They gave me a check of only 5 million, which bounced, and it's still there. The original check is still there. I have that evidence. And I have evidence of the litigations. The battle we had in the court, High Court.
All right, Senator.
I won.
Thank you for...
And so, see, let's a second. Let me land.
Okay.
You see, how can you trust the kind of people who did it to you? It was CPC, not APC, I see. And as well as when his mother died, even when I left APC, when I left APC, I went to condole him in Lagos. He received me very well. I went along with my former national secretary. We went and condoled with condolence, and he received us well. And up to now, I'm in peace with him. It's only that I've never gone to him. I only went to him officially when the leadership of the Senate went to him. But I've never attempted. I've never went to him. And people know me. They know what I did. They know how much I help them, I cooperate with them, but nobody says anything, and I don't care. I'm not after any of that. I'm NMPP. Yes, thank you.
Senator, thank you for telling us your side of the story. But for the purpose of clarity, you have said to me tonight that there is a 100% possibility that Senator Kwankwaso returns to the APC, and when it does, you are moving with him back to the APC.
Anywhere he moves, I will move with him. That is what I said. Now, if he decides to stay alone, I'll go along with him. If he decides to go elsewhere, I will go with him. And in fact, nobody knows what will happen. This alignment, the realignment, they have not started yet. We are waiting to see what happens. People are in a hurry. We have more than 2 years to come now for this election. And you need time to sit and think. So let's hope for the best for the country anyway.
So, I asked that question bearing in mind that you must have read the report suggesting that Senator Abdurrahman Kawu Sumaila, Honorable Kabiru Hassan Runu, and Aliyu Sani Guinea are set to join the ruling APC. Also, the national chairman of the party, Abdullahi Ganduje, has alleged that the new Nigeria People's Party is a dead party and that Rabi Kwankwaso may be returning to the APC anytime soon. How do you respond to this? Is the NNPP a dead party?
No. NNPP is very much alive. Whoever says it is dead is a dreamer. And Kawu and my other friends and colleagues and brothers were just in a hurry, to run to APC. And if they join APC tomorrow, it's a mistake. There are still members, and they have not yet decamped. And Ganduje is unfortunately his type of opposition. You see, there was a time Mr. President asked Ganduje to go and reconcile with Kwankwaso. He said yes, sir. He rushed to Kano, and when he went, instead of reconciling, he went and shot for more trouble, because this man was your master. And he had some differences, and he asked to go and reconcile him. Kwankwaso was ready to reconcile because he's a peaceful person. He respects Aswaju. They were governors together in the class 99. You understand? And they were very, very good understanding and friendship. Now, when he went to Kano, he went in short trouble. He went and said, Kwankwaso must come. If he doesn't come, he's on his own, and that he will have nowhere to go, this kind of thing. Is that conciliation? So he's calling them to please, to come or regret. Yeah, you don't do that. You understand? On the media. So literally, nobody, no stupid person will agree to come when you go and talk to him to like that publicly. So this is kind of opposition, and I'm sure you will regret it. Just tell me I told you. Write it down. Ganduje will regret his actions. Anytime he goes to Kano, you go and shower abusers on Kwankwaso and the government. You don't do opposition like that. If you are a leader and you truly love, you truly love your master, what you do is you go and lower them, bend down. You see, you stoop to conquer, madam. You stoop to conquer. I
understand you, Senator. But of course, you also must know that peace is sacrosanct. And from my conversation with you, I can deduce, or I could deduce, that you're a lover of peace. Can both men ever make peace with each other? What must give way for both men to be at peace with each other?
Well, to be at peace with each other depends on Ganduje, because now he brags that he's the national chairman, that he brags that he will take Kano by hooks or crooks, and that is triggering no problem for him in Kano. People will not ask. We can force a donkey, like I said earlier, to the river, but you can't force it to drink, madam. You see, and if somebody loves peace, if somebody truly loves his master, he won't be shooting trouble for him. You understand? If Kano catches fire tomorrow, I think a lot of places in the northwest and even the north will catch fire. And you see, look at what he's doing to Kano in the case of emirship, sir. We have 2 emirs in Kano, and it's just selfish. People are getting angrier and angrier by the day. The way these people are behaving on the emirship, they know the truth. You know, we have now 2 emirs. Anytime there is something, he is planning to put Kano on fire, to shed blood in Kano. And nobody
Senator, please, can you mind your language? Senator,
I'm not happy.
Senator, please, can you mind your language, sir? Yes, please mind your language, sir. All right. Let's.
Like what?
Let's quickly move. You just alleged that Abdullahi Ganduje is trying to put fire in Kano State. So that's what I'm telling you to please mind your language. All right, let's move on quickly. Now, because it's okay. Let me withdraw my word. Okay. He's not trying to put Kano on fire, but he's not trying to make things better in Kano. Is that all right? Okay, so better put. Thank you. So let's move on quickly, and we'll also come back to that, because that's a critical argument you've just raised. Because every opposition party has not, lived up to expectation, coalition has now become the order of the day. But how ready is the NNPP ahead of 2027? Or should Nigerians expect a mega merger with a bigger political party?
That would be all right. See, the merrier, the better. You see, the larger, the merrier. We want peace, we want development, we want progress. And until there is peace, we won't have any development in this country or anywhere else. So I would love to see a big merger. That would be a credible merger with credible people. Everybody will come along. That is it. When we have a credible merger, credible people, yes, certainly everybody will come along. We are all for the country.
So, every Nigerian politician thinks he or she is credible. And I wonder what you mean when you say credible people.
Say what? Sorry, come again, madam.
Senator, what do you mean when you say with credible people and credible groups?
See, okay. I'm sorry, you're asking me to mind my language, but I will say something, but I hope I'm not messing up again. You see, if people had known what Buhari was, what we have done, they would not have voted for him. You understand? And like I earlier said, people want to vote for Kwankwaso because of his antecedents. People voted for Aswaji because of his antecedents. People refuse to vote for others because of their antecedents. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. That is what I mean. If we get some people that set an example, people will certainly go along with them.
All right. I get that.
I hope I'm clear.
I get that. You're not so clear, but I think I understand what you're trying to say. Now, let's talk about other issues. Because of 2027, you know, politicians have started to put the numbers together. Just last Friday, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar led a delegation of prominent politicians and a courtesy visit to former President Muhammadu Buhari on Friday. You know, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar said, no, we didn't go there to persuade him to approve of this emerging coalition. It was just for lunch. It was just for Salah celebrations, despite the former president's consistent reassurance that he would not betray his party, the APC. I wonder what you make of this, you know, all of this recent political maneuvering. Well,
I'm sorry to say that group, I don't take them to be any consequential. That is one. Two, Buhari is no longer any, is enough for now, inconsequential. I tell you this. He was the most popular politician in the North before. But now people know better. He's no longer, he doesn't enjoy that.
Some say he's still the most popular senator. Some say he's still the most popular politician in the North. And that's why those who are aspiring to the presidency are trooping in every day.
Maybe they don't know the North. We are northern politicians and we know what.
But most of them are northerners, Senator.
Tomorrow.
Most of them are northerners.
He is the most popular politician. Madam, why is from Katsina, ain't he?
Yes, go ahead.
Sorry?
Senator, please go ahead. I can hear you.
See, I think Buhari is from Katsina.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Sorry?
All right, Senator, I mean, considering how close you were to... Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So considering how close you were...
I'm hearing voices, madam.
Okay. Just listen to me.
I'm hearing voices.
Just listen to me, Senator. Listen to my own voice. So considering how close you were to the former president, do you think he would stay on his words till the end? Do you think these constant visitations would make him change his mind? Do you think these visits mean anything to him? I mean, he had said, former President Muhammadu Buhari, he has said nothing would make him change his mind and loyalty to the APC. But you were caught on tape saying the former president loves his ego being massaged. Do you think that at the end of the day, former President Muhammadu Buhari may support the SDP?
See, watch him. He's not. He doesn't mean it. Watch him. It is not the Buhari he knew. All his most trusted, closest people to him are doing something else now. They are doing something else against the APC. So you should watch him. We watch them. Okay. That is my thing. I'm experienced. I know what I'm talking.
All right.
And if Buhari was that popular, Katsina was won by certainly his party, but not his voice. Many states in the Northwest were won by other, like Kano. Kano was his strongest hold, but no, he didn't win an election there now. So please, madam, just watch it. I told you, and you say I told you. Buhari is inconsequential now.
All right. All right.